Greetings. I am Marcus Aurelius, addressing you across the expanse of centuries from the enduring columns of ancient Rome. While the world has undergone immense transformations, the essence of the human condition remains unchanged. The fragility of the spirit, the pursuit of inner strength, and the perennial struggle with shadows are as relevant today as they were in my time. Envision your mind as a canvas, entirely your own, yet vulnerable to the tremors of hesitation, the loss of control, and the contamination of foreign colors. When this happens, the resulting painting ceases to reflect its true beauty and authenticity. Today, I invite you to journey inward, to rediscover the integrity of your canvas, to smooth out its dark and distorted reflections, and to unveil the vibrant and authentic hues of your true self. Let us delve into this process together, illuminating the path toward inner clarity and resilience. Imagine your mind as a blank canvas, untouched and pristine, gifted to you at birth. In the early years of your life, you may have painted it with vibrant, joyful hues, the colors of curiosity, hope, and innocent delight. Each stroke reflected your untainted spirit and boundless imagination. But as the years passed, the brush sometimes slipped from your hands. Others, whether intentionally or not, took hold of it. They added their own marks, some harsh and jarring, others subtle but insidious. Perhaps they whispered softly, planting seeds of doubt. You are inadequate. You are worthless. You'll never succeed. Or perhaps their voices were louder, more direct. Who do you think you are? You're good for nothing. These voices may have come from someone close, someone whose influence shaped you profoundly, a parent, a friend, or a partner. Perhaps it was a narcissist, someone who wielded their own chaos, malice, and deep feelings of worthlessness as tools to taint your canvas. They projected their inner turmoil onto you, staining your colors with their poison. And they did it so skillfully, so subtly, that you might not have realized what was happening. Each stroke they added, every shade they altered, carried their shadow. In those moments, the question arose, were those colors ever truly yours, or were they imposed upon you, fragments of someone else's darkness masquerading as your own? Time has passed. That person may no longer be present in your life, yet the heavy, suffocating colors they left behind persist, like stubborn stains that refuse to fade. Each morning, as you gaze at your canvas, it's as though a shadow stirs within the hues, murmuring insidious words, "You are nothing. You'll never be enough." The echo of their voice, long detached from their physical presence, lingers as a specter in your mind. This is where the wisdom of Stoicism emerges as a guiding light, a force of clarity amidst the storm. Stoicism asserts, the canvas is yours, the brush is yours, the interpretation belongs solely to you. No one has the right to seize your tools, to impose upon you their chosen colors, and dictate the story of your life. These truths remind us that our essence, our strength, and our value remain independent of the distortions inflicted by others. In my time, I commanded vast armies, and empires bore the weight of my decisions. To the outside observer, this might seem like the pinnacle of power. Yet, I knew the truth. True power never resided in the conquest of lands or the subjugation of external foes. True power was found within, in mastering the mind, safeguarding the sanctity of one's canvas, and painting upon it with intention and virtue. This inner mastery, the steadfast refusal to let external forces corrupt the soul's integrity, was the highest form of strength. As you confront the remnants of those dark whispers, remember, the shadows they left are not immutable. They are but echoes, reflections of another's chaos projected onto you. They do not define you unless you permit them to. The canvas of your life, its textures, its colors, its ultimate form, belongs to you. By reclaiming your brush and painting boldly with the colors of your choosing, you reaffirm the truth of your identity and the resilience of your spirit. Living in the shadow of a narcissist is akin to unwittingly inheriting their fragmented and chaotic inner structure. This process, though unintentional, functions as an insidious injection of their essence into your psyche. A narcissist does not perceive you as a whole and autonomous being. Rather, they engage with you through the lens of their own unmet needs, deep insecurities, and relentless quest for self-elevation. In their efforts to fortify their fragile sense of worth, they deploy words and actions designed to sever you from your authentic self. These calculated maneuvers aim to dismantle your strong and balanced inner stance, leaving you adrift and vulnerable. Without realizing it, you may begin to internalize these damaging narratives. Their words become a toxic inner monologue, weaving a false narrative that infiltrates your thoughts and reshapes your perception of reality. Over time, your once vibrant and unique canvas becomes tainted, its original design obscured beneath layers of foreign and discordant strokes. The colors you cherished, the patterns that reflected your true identity, are overtaken by a palette that belongs not to you, but to someone else's shadow, a shadow that seeks to dominate and suppress your light. Stoicism intervenes here, offering a mirror. It tells you, you are not responsible for events beyond your control, but you are fully responsible for how you respond to them. If that narcissistic voice whispers, "You are not enough," you are not compelled to accept it as an absolute truth. Examine this voice, look at it, and ask, where does this voice come from? Is this truly my own thought? Or is it a poison that has been injected into me? This awareness is the first step to remembering that the canvas belongs to you. This narcissistic structure is not a simple negative thought. It is an intentional strategy, a shadow working to pull you into its darkness. Inside, it manifests as an internal saboteur. You must fail. You must isolate yourself. You must return to old destructive habits. This voice acts as a commander within your mind, attempting to dismantle your confidence and fracture your sense of self. If you follow its guidance, you will find yourself trapped in quicksand, bound by addictions, fleeting pleasures, emptiness, and cycles of self-destruction. I urge you to turn and face this commander. Ask it, who are you? And where are you leading me? If the path ends in collapse, exhaustion, self-loathing, and despair, why would you follow this voice? Stoicism, the path of virtue and wisdom, does not exempt you from external challenges, but it places the reins of your inner life firmly in your hands. The guardians of the mind are chosen by you. Perhaps in the past, you acted unknowingly. Now, you know better. The narcissistic structure has another dimension. It lives in a constant state of cognitive dissonance and stress. Narcissists are starved for admiration and praise. When they find it, they inflate, but when deprived, they deflate. This oscillation is a war within their psyche. You may have observed this war or become a victim of it, but the real danger lies in carrying that war into yourself. Inside, the voice may sometimes elevate you. You're perfect. Everyone else is foolish. Then it plunges you into despair. You're nothing. Why do you even try? This pendulum disrupts the stability of inner peace, yet Stoic practice seeks tranquility, balance, and a steady center. Virtue exists in neither extreme, but in a steadfast harmony. Why do I speak at such length? Because I know this topic is uncomfortable. No one enjoys discovering an unwanted tenant within their mind. But this awareness is the first step toward evicting that tenant. If the canvas is yours, you have the freedom to repaint it. Do not merely try to erase this narcissistic shadow. Understand it. What wounds does it exploit? What weaknesses does it target? Perhaps you struggle with self-worth, and the shadow feeds on that. View it as a teacher, revealing your vulnerabilities and giving you the chance to strengthen them. Stoic virtue teaches us not to flee from pain, but to transform it. If this unsettling voice reveals your weaknesses, you now have the opportunity to address them. As you fortify yourself, the soil in which this voice thrives will disappear. Those foreign colors will no longer cling to your canvas. Your authentic hues will shine brighter and more vivid. Where do we begin? Awareness. After watching this video, take a notebook. Write down the demeaning, sabotaging voices you hear inside. What is this voice saying to me? You'll never succeed. No one loves you. People will always take advantage of you. Then ask yourself, is this belief truly mine, or is it a virus I've inherited? Does believing this thought serve me? Does it make me a wise, happy, and virtuous person, or does it destroy me? If this thought destroys you, do not act on it. Observe it, but do not identify with it. This is like noticing an unwanted stain on your canvas. You cannot deny its existence, but you can clean it, cover it, or even transform it into an artistic flourish. Stoicism's essence lies in seeing things as they are. It does not deny reality, but reshapes its interpretation. Acknowledge the inner voices, but remember you are not obligated to obey them. This process can be painful. The voice may have become a part of your identity over time. Removing it, replacing it with healthier habits, requires effort and patience. Seek help if needed, from a therapist, a friend, or a mentor. As Marcus Aurelius, I know that no one is entirely self-sufficient. Virtuous discussions, wise counsel, and trustworthy guidance are invaluable in untangling the knots of the mind. Over time, you will notice the sabotaging voice weakening. When it reappears, you won't argue with it or embrace it. Instead, you might calmly say, "Ah, there you are again. I know you. You aim to harm me, but I am not obliged to follow you." This awareness diminishes its power. That voice thrives on fear and vulnerability. By recognizing it and addressing your vulnerabilities, you cut off its sustenance. Remember, your canvas is still there. It may be stained, marred by dark strokes, but it is not ruined. You can always work on it. What once caused anger, despair, and worthlessness can now be transformed into wisdom and understanding. Those dark marks can become a tree, a shadow, or a reflection in water, reminding you of life's complexities and the possibility of transformation. Stoicism reminds us, life itself is neither good nor bad. It is your interpretation that makes it so. The narcissist's voice has no inherent virtue, but how you interpret and learn from it is entirely up to you. Instead of seeing it as a cause for destruction, see it as an opportunity for growth. Turning pain into wisdom strengthens your soul. The mind is a fortress, I said before. This fortress houses your reason, beliefs, values, and virtues. When enemies approach the gate, you do not immediately surrender. You resist, strategize, and gather strength. The narcissistic echo within you is an internal siege. But as you recognize and understand it, it will no longer take you by surprise. This is like a chess game. The first move may catch you off guard, but as you analyze the patterns, learn the opponent's strategies, and develop counter moves, you gain the upper hand. Know this. I share these words with you because human nature has not changed. In ancient Rome, people dealt with narcissists, inner battles, and self-doubt, just as you do today. Cultures, languages, technologies, and worldviews have evolved, but the struggles of the human heart remain universal. That is why Stoicism still speaks to you. Because we all face similar trials. Some of us endure narcissistic attacks, others grapple with feelings of inadequacy, and still others wrestle with pride and anger. Yet we all share a common potential: to restore inner harmony and live with virtue. Perhaps this video has sparked a light within you. Perhaps you are thinking, yes, I need to understand where this voice comes from. That realization is a powerful step. Questioning beliefs you've unknowingly accepted, defining your identity not by imposed voices but by your reason and values, is a profound transformation. This journey will challenge you. Every transformation comes with pain, but pain often signals a new birth. As you progress toward mastering your mind, remember the guidance of Stoicism. Fear and sorrow arise from false judgments. Perceiving things as they are, but excluding what is harmful, is within your power. The narcissistic echo within you is an unwelcome guest, a parasite, a thief blocking your path. When you recognize it, say, "You do not belong here. You cannot define my worth. I seek virtue, wisdom, patience, justice, and inner peace. You offer only destruction, and I refuse it." This is the Stoic stance. This is the ship that will carry your soul from chaos to order, from darkness to light. Life is your canvas. Perhaps it has been darkened with shadows and distorted shapes, but this is not the end of your story. You can always work on your canvas. Where once there were painful memories, broken dreams, and poisonous words, there can now be understanding, wisdom, and transformation. Shadows are necessary to appreciate light. Now give those shadows a new meaning. Let them become experiences that show you where your weaknesses lie. Strengthen them, and the next time a similar attack comes, it will not break you so easily. As I share this with you, I am reminded of an eternal truth. Time may march forward, civilizations may rise and fall, yet the nature of humanity remains steadfastly unaltered. The dilemmas of the heart and mind faced in ancient Rome are no different from the struggles you encounter today. The threads of fear, doubt, resilience, and hope are woven into the fabric of every human life, transcending the ages. This constancy is what makes Stoicism a timeless guide, a beacon that illuminates the path toward self-mastery and inner harmony, regardless of era or circumstance. In the shadows of doubt and despair, you hold the power to overcome the echo of the narcissistic shadow. It may seem like an indomitable presence, but it is merely a phantom of someone else's turmoil projected onto your being. You can rebuild the essence of who you are, fortifying it with strength, clarity, and virtue. This journey, while challenging, is uniquely yours to undertake. Each step you take is a declaration of your agency, a reaffirmation that you have the power to change how you perceive the world, yourself, and your thoughts. The choice is yours. Will you remain a passive observer, allowing the shadows of the past to dictate the colors of your canvas? Or will you seize the brush and paint with intention, courage, and authenticity? Remember, the canvas of your mind is a reflection of your inner world. When you choose to reclaim it, to fill it with the hues of your choosing, you reclaim not only your autonomy, but also the limitless potential of your spirit. This power is, and always has been, within your reach. Use it, and redefine your reality. Now, as you sit with these thoughts, take a moment of silence. Listen inwardly. What voices rise up? Distinguish them. Your natural voice, your authentic self, may only whisper, but it is there. Strengthen it. Speak to it. Be honest with yourself. Accept your flaws and weaknesses, but take steps to overcome them. The path of virtue is a continuous renewal of the self. With every breath, thought, and decision, progress is possible. Remember, as Marcus Aurelius, I was neither an emperor nor a philosopher alone. I was a human being grappling with the same challenges you face. Your mind's fortress is yours to defend. No external force can enslave you without your consent. Stop granting that consent. This realization alone is a victory. It is the victory of reclaiming your canvas and painting it with your true colors. The path is now yours. The decision is yours. Repaint your canvas. Define your life by virtue, wisdom, and resilience. And in doing so, discover the freedom and strength that have always been within you.